Let me go on to tip number 2, because once I saw tip number 1 was working, you're not supposed to do this, but the tip is to just leave some on your plate. As I got older and as I'm trying to lose weight, I realized that if I just leave a bite or two, it's literally about self-control. When we are on this journey to a healthier lifestyle, a lot of the major issue is our mindset. People who when people say that they are stress eating, that's a mindset issue. And I will say this, and I was just having this conversation with someone last night about how exercising is the most overlooked and underused stress relief, right? So we eat when we're stressed. That's a mindset issue. And so I told myself, if I can leave a bite or two, then I am challenging myself to reset my brain. Because the way our eating habits are all based off of how we were raised, period. I know a child, when I had my first son, a girlfriend brought her daughter over, and I asked, there was some candy sitting out, and I said, should I move it? And she said, no, she doesn't know what that is. And I was like, what do you mean? She said she's never seen it, so she has no idea what candy is. And I was like, wow. So it's all about how we train ourselves. Even when and I'll give you some more tips later, some other tips that we'll go over, but there are things that all we have to do is reset what we've thought about food and how we look at food, right? But when we're looking at tip number 1 and combining it with tip number 2, there's no way you cannot lose weight. Because if you're already using a smaller plate, you're consuming less calories than you would anyway, right? And so then when you leave a bite or two, and I'm not saying only eat half of your food, but try to leave at least one bite of everything that you put on the plate. And then also, even when you're snacking. So let me give you an example. All right. So let's say you were eating the spaghetti that's on the left. Let's say we used 4 ounces of ground turkey, 2 ounces of spaghetti, and 1 cup of sauce. That's going to be around 500 calories, 66 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and 32 grams of protein. And I wrote all of this down before we got on here, right? Now, if you eat 90% of it, like I said, I'm not saying leave half. I'm saying just leave a little bit. If you just leave 10% of that meal on your plate, you're going to save around 50 calories, 6 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat, and 3 grams of protein. So if you're just looking at the calories alone, those 50 calories that you would save keep on your plate, and if you did that for every dinner that you had every night, you're going to save about 350 calories. So let's talk about numbers real quick. So in order to lose weight, that means you must have a calorie deficit. That means that you have to burn more calories throughout your day than what you consume, okay? And they're just naturally moving around, you're gonna burn calories. When you sleep, you burn calories. So it's not really hard to get that calorie deficit. Now, in case you didn't know, 1 pound equals 3,500 calories, okay? So if you were just to decrease your intake by 10% and save that 350 calories a week for 1 meal, consider what you could do if you followed that tip for every meal and snack. So say, for instance, you consume 3 meals, and it's weird that a lot of people don't. You know, people say, I only eat once or twice a day, but you really should eat more. You should have 3 meals and about 2 snacks a day, right? And if you're saving an average of 50 calories per meal, and say you're saving about 25 calories per snack, that's around 200 calories a day that you can save just by eating 90% of what you would typically eat, just by leaving a bite. So if you save 200 calories a day just from 90% worth of consumption, you're going to save about 1,400 calories a week, which means you could easily lose a pound or more in a week or two, just from taking 1 less bite. Remember, we're talking about how to lose weight, how to burn calories and reach that calorie deficit without even stepping in the gym. All right. Now, if it's something that you think you can do just to leave a bite on your plate, Can you all leave a bite on your plate? Type it in the comments and let me know if that's something that's feasible for you to implement into your day. You can do that right now. You can implement that right now.
It's fun.